Hello, everyone. Hello. This is the Matthew Raborn Show. Yes, I'm Matthew Raborn. And yes, this is my show. Matthew Raborn Show. How you guys doing? You doing good? I'm doing good. I'm in a continual state of betterment. I'm doing great. It's good to do great. It's good to do good. And you know, you don't want to be part of the problem. You want to be part of the solution. That's what this show's about. And I'm stoked. And I'm ready and willing to be challenged by life, to look into myself mentally, physically, and spiritually to improve. I'm on a new diet. It's to help. I talked about the chronic skin condition. I've learned that it's psoriasis, so I'm learning to accept it. So I'm thankful for that particular challenge so I can overcome it. I was told by the skin doctor that there's no cure. There is. I mean, like there's other medical doctors that I've seen online. I've not seen in person, but they have plenty of videos, plenty of YouTube stuff. I've seen holistic guys. I went to a couple of shops here in the city. It's very curable. It's a gut issue. It's an overactive immune system issue. You can look it up yourself. My point is, yes, I can take care of it. And so I want a new diet, and so I'm excited for that particular challenge. I'm getting closer to my creator. That's a personal thing. It's a personal walk. But I'm excited to have that, and I'm excited to strive for that every single day, every single moment. So physically, I was going through some other things, and I found my old jump rope. And so I'm gonna start jump roping here in the house. Hopefully I can in my studio apartment. If you're just joining us, this is the Matthew Raborn Show. I'm live on Facebook. This is the Pod Stars. If you'd like to become a Pod Star, let us know. If you comment down below, if you're an expert on anything whatsoever, if you're a plumber, if you're a roofer, if you're an attorney that's trying to grow your practice, if you're a pastor, if you're some kind of wise guy who knows how to make money by gambling on Twitter and taking free pics and learning about all those kind of things, let us know. Comment down below, and we can help you with that. I'm also on my personal Twitter. See, there's the camera issue. I don't know what this is. What is this? Oh, it's the phone itself. It's the other camera. All right, so what do you mean? What do you mean? What are you talking about? Well, I've like my phone with the iPad and then another camera, so it's all lined up so I can look in one particular direction. There you go. And so I can look in the camera and make sure that I pay attention and look good. Because I respect you and I want to be here for you. And so I apologize when I want to fix that. For those that are on Periscope and or Twitter, you can follow me. I'm at Matthew Raborn, MatthewRaborn. Let's begin the show. Urban Meyer is choosing to not be the head coach of Ohio State, and his last game will be at the Peach Bowl. Well, I don't really see that as a problem. I'm not really. I'm a Big Ten fan. I live here in Big Ten land, so therefore I am a fan of Big Ten football. I'm originally from Indiana, so I guess go Hoosiers. But their football hasn't been very impressive at all. So I've been reading a couple articles, and then they talk about his record. They talk about his record over there at Florida State. Tim Tebow quote. Tim Tebow's a good guy. Then it talks about this past, this past season's controversy at the beginning of it, where he had to be suspended for 3 days for that mishap that happened with the domestic violence situation. He wasn't involved, but the coach that was right under him that he brought from another team, which was interesting. So you think that he would know about certain character flaws. Let's see that. It was. So then the record was good. And then it talks about his quarterback who has Heisman potential, but he's going to be the last game is going to be in a month, and so I don't know. Is it going to change the face of the Big Ten? Is Harbaugh finally going to get his chance to win? Probably, hopefully. I like Harbaugh. I like to wear khakis myself, not as often as he does. But he's got that strict costume look, similar to Steve Jobs or another person that when you don't change what you wear. I mean, he wears khakis, Michigan sweatshirt, ball cap. Okay, what was Steve Jobs? Black denim, black turtleneck. Like you don't change it up. You don't have time to think about other things. So in a way, you could say it's genius. In a way, you could say it's kind of like, someone say genius, someone say like you don't know how to dress. So you once someone compliments you once, it's good. And then once you're a coach, they dawn you with so many different types of clothing from the brand that you wear and the school that you have and all that kind of stuff. So one thing that I was really impressed with this year is how the Michael Jordan brand specifically is growing, which is kind of cool. Because you see on the Michigan has the Michael Jordan, I can't really do it here. because I'm doing the Matthew Raborn Show, but the Michael Jordan symbol that's on his sneakers, that's on his brand, and so he's starting to branch out into others. I think there's a tennis player that has it as well. Anyway, so he's got his own product line. If Michael Jordan brand would like to become a sponsor of the Matthew Raborn Show, let me know. Comment down below. You can reach out to me. You can DM me on the social medias. Please do. I would love to have that sponsor. What would you wear, Matt? I don't know. Well, I would do some fun videos while wearing it. I would do commercials. I believe I have a good voice for commercials. Hello, Matthew Raborn Show. Speaking of which, if Matthew Raborn gives advice on the Matthew Raborn Show, it's because it's for him. If you can take heed, if you can learn at all from any of the advice that Matthew Raborn gives himself on the Matthew Raborn Show, please enjoy the advice. Matthew Raborn Show. All right. So then that said, thank you so much for joining us once again. And so he's out. So I don't think it's gonna make that big of a deal, because I think that the person that's gonna be stepping in has his bearings. I think it's gonna be the same guy that had the winning record while he was out. So there's that sports news that was pretty big, and there's some other firings that are happening, but the Twitterverse is a little bit too shaky to get anything specific. So I will. Why can't you just go to ESPN.com, Matt? I'm doing this show, and I have these notes already. I don't want to learn something new on the fly, even though the show's live. Welcome. Let's see. Paris is on fire, or at least it was. I mean, it might be smoldering now. Macron caved. Originally, I planned on reading you an article about the riots that have been happening and what's been going on in the past month, and it's been going on since November. Yeah, and then so France passed a steep tax on diesel fuel and other forms of carbon, making life miserable for those who rely on vehicles for work. According to Priscilla Lutsky, she's a French citizen who lives in the country's rural areas. She is also responsible for starting an online petition in May protesting gas taxes. And then it grew and grew and grew. A lot of people got pretty upset. And it says that a certain anomaly has happened where left-wing populist groups and right-wing populist groups have gotten together and are now the Yellow Vest movement. And it's pretty interesting. So she's been wanting to speak to the authorities. They say that is a problem. They don't want that to happen at all. Apologize for the drainage. It's that time of year. Wink. Let's see. So it's pretty much equivalent to $6.75 to $7.50, depending on where you live, in American dollars per gallon, if you were to do the math with the liters. So that's ridiculously expensive, especially if you're a farmer, if you're some kind of delivery person that has, I don't know what their tax system is like, but it seems like it's pretty awful. I know that the government is trying to do things for the earth, but when you mandate it from the government on high, it doesn't really, it doesn't really work that well. It doesn't really work very efficiently. The bureaucracy gets in the way, and the coercion type mindset kind of comes in, and you feel like you're being made to do something when you might not be being directly affected, because you got to put a roof over your head, you got to feed some kids, you got to do your French lifestyle and do your thing. But then they were trying to pass carbon tax many times here in America, and it's gotten knocked down many other times. But personally, I see carbon tax as like a penance to the Church of Green. But that's a whole other show. But this particular segment is about how French people are rioting because they don't want to pay for that particular tax. Now we can see that, or we can also say the government was implementing a movement too forcefully, too swiftly. I bet no person that I've met, and I bet no French person is pro-pollution. So I don't think that the people that are rioting are like, yes, let's want more pollution in the air with our diesel trucks and other thing. No, there's just no infrastructure for these people to thrive with the lack of gasoline. So you need these particular fossil fuels for the economy to thrive, even though their economy is pretty much all socialist and weak, and we don't have a military. That's why we're there. The EU, yada. It's pretty thick and weird with bureaucracy over there. Something that I'm not for, and so I don't really see it as being. It's funny because I would assume that French culture has a lot of individualism and liberté that they consider to be super important, but don't really. I don't know. Maybe I'm just thinking yes, I am thinking like an American, not necessarily like an ignorant American, more like just an American. So that's where I come from. That's my mindset. Boom, bang, boom, bang. oh, cowboy, oh, bigger, faster, better, stronger. Yeah, of course. In a continual state of betterment. Doing better as much as possible, always and forever, until you croak. But, you know, you don't want to because you want to thrive as long as you can to benefit the world around you. So when it comes to, like, the government telling you that they're going to tax the wazoo where you have to, I don't even know, were they riding donkeys and horses? You gotta get, that's going to put a halt on production. So Matt, what's your idea? What's the solution? Well, why can't we implement all ideas now and let the best idea win? So fossil fuels, okay. Can we find a way to put better, cleaner carbon scrubbers on the muffle tanks, on the mufflers? Can we clean up? Can we refine it in a different way where we can turn it into something that is recyclable? Can we find out how to blast it out into space and have it as some other, the aliens can deal with that? Like, it's like, should we shoot it into the sun so it would burn up and it wouldn't be a problem? And so it's like, what are we going to do? There's many ideas. Let the best ideas win. I want to see competition of ideas. I want to see, like a bracket system. I don't know how you want to do it. I just want to see the best ideas win. So when it comes to saving the earth, I'm 100% for that. I want to do charity work with cleaning up. I want to clean up the streets. I want to clean up the beach. It's so sad when you the video that was I did a video about it with the sea turtle and the straw going through its nostril. I didn't know sea turtles had tear ducts until I watched that video, which will make you cry. So it's not like boo humans, yay animals and nature. Why can't it be we're all simultaneously here symbiotically? So then therefore we are in dominion over this earth. We're the only creatures on this earth that can directly affect it all the time, utterly, and other things have to react to us. So then that said, this isn't our home. Wink. But that's for a whole other show as well. But it's just that, let's work together. Let's figure out some ideas. Let's all calm down. The rioting, because it happened too quickly. Their lifestyle was being put the kibosh on, and for some reason, when it comes to like rioting and stuff like that, I'm like, then how much was it, all these yellow vests? How much was it to come from the rural areas and go over there and burn everything? And I don't get it. These images are horrific. I've been to Paris. It's a beautiful city, except it kind of smells like bum piss because they don't have a, sorry. I'm trying to make it a family show. It smells like bum pee, but it's just like, because they don't have that rules about cleaning or urinating in public, but they do have these cool urinals, like these cool porta potties. And it's like, what do you mean cool porta potties? Those two words ever put in the same sentence? Yes, because when you pay €1, you hear this and so when you open it up, it smells like a cleaner, like an alcoholic based cleaner that would evaporate immediately. But what happens is a robot comes down from the top, and then it sprays this sanitation liquid everywhere and sanitizes everything. So then you feel safe enough to sit. But my point is, it looks awful now. It smelled awful then. Go if you want. I don't know how long it's going to take to clean up this mess. I mean, you can look at the pictures yourself. But my point is, it's just quite awful. So, but Emmanuel Macron caved. But that's the end of the story, because I was going to read you one particular article, and then I got a notification, 2 hours later, and I read this particular article. So the story has progressed. Okay, sorry, here we go. The French government will suspend the fuel tax rise for 6 months to claim the Yellow Vest protests. Prime Minister Edouard Philippe said on a televised speech broadcast Tuesday. He stressed that no tax should endanger public unity and the violence must stop. France's government officially canceled a meeting with the Yellow Vest protesters scheduled for Tuesday, and this particular news agency reported. That was a local France station. Philippe's office said that the state prime minister would announce some measures favoring protesters. Culture ministers Frank Reister previously told reporters Philippe may make a strong conciliatory, one of my favorite words, hopefully it'll be a word of the day soon, conciliatory gesture in the coming days, but did not provide any details. So, you could say that the protesters won, but you could say that the the powers that be were keeping an eye on everything, and they wanted to make sure everything was hunky-dory and wasn't going to, burn any further, because they want to get those tourists that want to come back during the spring and summer months. Because right now, it's trash heap. It's pretty bad. Pretty bad. Matthew Raborn Show! Alright, guys, if you're just joining us, yes, this is the Matthew Raborn Show. Let's see. Boo-da-da-da-da-da. Do-da-do-da-dee. Word of the day. Perspicacious. Let me see if I...
Perspicacious.
Perspicacious. P-E-R-S-P-I-C-A-C-I-O-U-S. Perspicacious. Of acute mental vision or discernment. Keen. How perspicacious are you at work? How perspicacious are you when it comes to your hobbies, when it comes to your talents? How perspicacious are you when it comes to raising your kids? How perspicacious are you when it comes to raising your dog? Let's see. I would say that Donald Trump has a perspicacious view on politics. I would say that Coach K at Duke, whether he be a fan or not, has a perspicacious eye. I want to see. Keep saying keen eye. No. Has a perspicacious vision for basketball offense, for great passing lanes, for does the IndyCar driver have a perspicacious connection to the vehicle? Of acute mental vision or discernment. I've kind of broadened the definition there. But the word of the day is P-E-R-S-P-I-C-A-C-I-O-U-S.
Perspicacious.
Perspicacious. Word of the day. Let's see. National Day. Every day in America there's a fun holiday, and today specifically is National Cookie Day. Who doesn't love cookies, okay? I don't want to eat on air, but I've got some cookies that I made that I'm excited about. I've been practicing a recipe that I found that I had. It's white chocolate macaroons with cherries minced in, but you can use maraschino cherries for cheating. So I'm making those on National Cookie Day. There's some cool history about cookies. We can thank the Dutch for more than windmills and tulips. The English word cookie derived from the Dutch word koekie, meaning little cake. There have been cookie-like hard wafers in existence for as long as baking has been documented. This is because they travel well. However, they usually were not sweet at all, and sweet enough to be considered part of the modern-day dessert. Pardon me, live show, everyone. The origin of the cookie appears to begin in Persia in the 7th century, as soon as the use of sugar became common in the region, and after a couple of wars, and says English conquest, Muslim conquest, Spanish conquest, cookies were common at all levels of society throughout Europe by the 14th century, from the royal cuisine to street vendors. So poor people loved it, rich people love it. Who doesn't love cookies? Go eat a cookie today. Use hashtag National Cookie Day in your social media posts today. It's also National Sock Day. Yes, I have many socks. I have too many clothes, and so of course I'm going to have too many socks. I have multicolored, which I have like solid socks that that just would look clashing, appropriately with the tie or your pocket square or whatever. I have plenty of Argyle style socks. These are my favorite Argyles. I received them from Alpha May Raborn. I'm going to hopefully be able to remember to put her in the comment page. Thank you so much for these socks, Momo. Yes, I'd like more for Christmas. I mean Santa. Wink. Let's see. I have these. I got these socks off a truck. No, I didn't steal them. This truck pulled up to a bunch of other food trucks, and it was a sock truck. And they were giving out free samples, and they're great. And I still have them. I can't find that truck anymore. But if you find the sock truck, let me know. I also have. You can wear socks of any kind. So these particular socks are from Citizen. I bought a bicycle, and so they sent me socks. They have little bicycles all over them. and it's a Citizen bike. We're going to do probably some commercials for Citizen during the spring and summer months when I am riding the Tokyo Citizen. That's what I call my bike. We also have no-show socks. These are not panties, even though they kind of are made of panty material a little bit. It's not like lingerie, more like like a pantyhose, but they're thicker. Anyways, they're no-shows. Why? They don't show on your shoe when you're wearing loafers, so you don't get corns on your toes, because the friction and the sweat and the bacteria and the friction and the sweat and the bacteria and it hurts, guys. It hurts. So no-show socks, they're great. On National Sock Day, use hashtag National Sock Day in your posts today. How many socks do you have? Comment down below. Let's see. This next one's pretty cool. World Trick Shot Day. So I have a bottle cap here, and I'm looking at this, so let's read this first. Are you secretly a trick shot master? Then get ready for hashtag World Trick Shot Day today. It's to celebrate trick shots. Yes, with basketballs at the beginning, but you can make trick shots with any particular thing. Hashtag National Trick Shot, what specific one? Yeah, World Trick Shot Day, but the Harlem Globetrotters specifically are being featured. The Harlem Globetrotters made their first shot in 1926 and have been leading innovators in the world of sports and entertainment since. They gained popularity with their on-court antics with amazing abilities on the basketball court. The Harlem Globetrotters hold numerous world records for their feats and continue to push the limits of the game. They recently added a 4-point line, an innovation that is the first of its kind. So I guess Ice Cube copied it when he started the Big Three, which is another thing that we can do in the future. But it's National Trick Shot Day, so I have this bottle cap, and I have my trash can off screen, obviously, and it's open, and I have an empty sink, and I'm going to attempt to bank the bottle cap out of the sink into the trash can. So it's more like a curved backwards J, if that makes any sense. Here we go. You ready? National World Trick Shot Day. No, I did not make it. Otherwise, I would have said that I made it. It's not really a National World Trick Shot Day, everyone. It's live show. You only get one shot. But that said, it's a roll of the dice. Why? It's also National Dice Day. That's why I like doing, I'm using dice in the metaphorical term. That's why I like doing a live show, because it's the roll of the dice. You never know what's going to come out of my mouth. You never know what's going to happen here on the Matthew Raborn Show. Let's see, on National Dice Day, each year on December 4th, people across the United States observe National Dice Day. Many games incorporate dice as a way to add random challenges or obstacles to the objectives. Dice are pretty cool. There's of course, the 6-sided die, the 8-sided die. There's 20-point-sided die, depending on whatever game you're playing. If you're playing D&D, you may need many different types of numbers with many different types of variances. Of course, you're going to use those particular die. I bet all of those guys down there at the game shop, no, it's not a, well, yeah, they have cards and stuff because they play Yu-Gi-Oh!, they play Magic the Gathering, but specifically they play those, like, Dungeons and Dragons, table games. That's what the table games, where you would need dice. And so they would, of course, be celebrating National Dice Day. Now that I think about it, I might head over there today and get some dice on National Dice Day. National Day! Today in history. If you don't, learn from history, it's bad. You're just not going to learn from it. So you got to learn from it. So you don't, so that you learn. So you got to learn from it so that you learn from it. I guess I said that many different times. At 1950s, today's December 4th, if you're just joining us. This is the Matthew Raborn Show. In 1950, the University of Tennessee defies court rulings by rejecting 5 black applicants. That's not good, but then it all changed. Woo! In 1959, Peking pardons Pu Yi, ex-emperor of China, and the Japanese puppet state of Manchukuo. Interesting. 1981, President Ronald Reagan broadens the power of the CIA by allowing spying in the United States. Huh. Who's his vice president again? George H.W. Bush? Who was the CIA director? Making connections is lying. Making connections. In 1985, Robert McFarlane resigns as National Security Advisor. Admiral John Poindexter is named to succeed. 1991, the last American hostages held in Lebanon are released. Fantastic. And in 1992, which is strange, that's last on the list, President George H.W. Bush orders 28,000 troops to Somalia during the Somalia Civil War. And then I think it became Black Hawk Down, I believe. Correct me if I'm wrong, if I'm getting my dates wrong. But the thing I'm disappointed about is today in history, it ends at 1992. Was it 26 years ago? What? Let's make some history today, folks. What can you do? What can I do? What can we do to make history today so that something epic can happen? Come on. What? There has to be other things. How old is this page? Of course I've refreshed it. 26... Nothing happened. All right, let's do a little bit more. Born on December 4th. People you don't know, things I can't pronounce. Because I didn't practice for this, guys. Live. Matthew Raborn Show. Scott Berg, Pulitzer Prize-winning biographer. He wrote Lindbergh in 1998. He was born today. Ooh, 1949, Jeff Bridges was born today. Happy birthday, Jeff Bridges. I love your work, dude. Wink. He's an actor, producer, won Academy Award for Best Actor as Otis, Bad Blake in Crazy Heart in 2009. Jeff Bridges, happy birthday today. Let's see. Let's see. Okay, we did that. All right, so here we go. Weird news. Today in Weird News, this is pretty interesting and pretty funny. Let's see. Nigerian president denies being replaced by a doppelganger. You'd think that wouldn't be a problem. In a story that manages to make American politics actually look normal, the president of Nigeria has assured residents of the country that he was not secretly replaced by a doppelganger impersonating him. Muhammadu Buhari reportedly made the remarks over the weekend in response to a bizarre conspiracy theory that has been circulating on social media in Nigeria for the last year, following a stint in a British hospital in 2017. Rumors began to spread online that Buhari had actually died and a Sudanese look-alike had been inserted in his place. Speaking to a group of Nigerians at an event in Poland, the beleaguered leader saw fit to finally address these claims, much to the amusement of his colleagues in attendance. Think about that, how oddly embarrassing that would be. This is real. This is the real me. I assure you, Buhari declared. I will soon celebrate my 76th birthday, and I will soon do this strong. Probably lost in translation. He also expressed sympathy for his vice president, who had purportedly been pestered by ambitious politicians hoping to take his job, since they believed the stories about Buhari's ultimately demise. So the people that were like, not even like the low-rung people that were just on social media, people that were, in the government as well, politicians, probably running other cabinets, were gunning for the job. Interesting, because they thought it was true. It would seem that the politician was genuinely serious about debunking the claims, as his office was not only put out a press release trumpeting the statement, but also posted the video to Buhari's Twitter account. Whether his denial will convince advocates for the conspiracy theory, whom he called ignorant and irreligious, that's an interesting word as well, remains to be seen. The response online, largely from the outside of Nigeria, has been amusement over the strange declaration, with many making the obvious joke that Buhari's denial is exactly what the imposter would say. Of course you would say that if you're the phony. Of course you would say that if you were the fake. So that's today in Weird News. That is funny, funny stuff. Oh my goodness, I laughed out loud when I first read that. But I'm so thankful for you being here. I'm so thankful for you watching. Let me know if I can pray for you. Let me know if I can help you in any way, shape, or form. Let me know if I can send positive energy up to the universe so it can beam back down to your brain and you can feel endorphins and dopamine through your bloodstream and feel happy. Let me know if I can do that for you. Why? I want to be in continual state of betterment. I want to be part of the solution. I don't want to be part of the problem. I want to be a positive force for good. I'm going to get a t-shirt that says a positive force for good. And I might wear that on the show, or I might not. I can't decide that yet, but I do want to get the t-shirt nonetheless. Matthew Raborn Show. Soon you'll be able to donate to the Matthew Raborn Show. I'm setting up an account on Anchor.fm where you can donate to the Matthew Raborn Show if you see fit, and you can help support the show so the show can grow, so the love can grow, so the movement can grow, so you can help be part of the solution, not part of the problem. Anyways, have a great day, guys. Live your life to the fullest. God bless you. God bless America. God bless Chicago. You know we need it.